Welcome, everyone, to the Whiskey House Pub House. Today, it is I, Zach, a irregular co-host of... No, that's bad. I don't know why I even started like that.
An irregular?
Yeah, because...
You're more regular than Carter.
I'm more regular than Carter, but I've missed like two. But here I am. I'm joined by our very regular host...
I missed one.
Dylan Thompson.
You missed one?
I did.
And our other irregular co-host...
That's me.
Alex.
I'm back.
And he's back.
This is consecutive.
Much
though.
more frequently than, yeah.
This is consecutive weeks that I have been here.
Yeah, and that's good.
And consecutive weeks that we're missing Carter.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I mean, Carter's here.
Yeah.
We do that.
We're not doing that.
No,
I'm not doing
not
that again. I used up all of
All
every
good stuff.
clip that I could find that was like decent.
Yeah.
I used up
Yeah.
without going into like the raw files and like putting those in and then trying to find those. It's just like nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So while we are going to not have Dylan suffer in this editing session, today, what are we going to do? We're going to try some beer.
Yeah,
All
we're
right?
gonna. That's kind of the start there, but that's not the
Not the end.
the full story here.
No,
that's
it's not just
that's
beer.
just step one.
Step 2, we're going to try some Evan Williams Bottled and Bond.
It's an experiment.
We've had a little aging process artificially going on, and we have two 175s, and one of them is a regular Bottled and Bond Evan Williams. The other one has had a oak stave in it for how long?
4 oak staves.
Sorry, oak staves.
Yeah,
It's got wood in it. For how long?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
The funny part is this is the byproduct of the main experiment that we wanted to do, and that was
Yeah.
for work.
Yeah.
This is just the
For
funsies, runoff,
yeah.
so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just we know you can't hear this or see this, audience, but one is very, very dark amber compared to the other.
The normal bottle.
The normal bottle.
Yeah. If you're
So-
used to that Evan Williams, yeah.
Yep. So, and then step 3 in this multi-step podcast, we have a quintuple,
How many? 4?
5.
It's 5.
5.
Yep. It's a quint. So I'm trying to make it like I'm thinking of a contest for 5.
Quintessa.
A quintestament.
Quintatious.
Quintatious battle.
Quentin Terra.
Quentin Tarantatious bottle or challenge. We're gonna be blinded hopefully on 5 different Four Roses products. 4 of them are single barrels, and 3 of those are cask strength iterations of those single barrels.
Yes.
And then the last one, it's a small batch select,
Which we've had on the show before. And actually one of the cask strength single barrels we've had on the show before too. So back in like episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So
Okay.
So let's get started with beer.
We're going to start with the beer.
well, we got to talk about our update.
Oh, our
the
update,
beer,
yeah,
we got to
weekly
let the
update.
beer chill.
I'm the guy that
free.
always wants to rush through things, so my bad.
Get to business.
Let me just share some things that I did. I was listening. The one of the podcasts I wasn't on, that $30 bourbon challenge. I listened to it. Finally got around to listening to our own podcast.
Yes.
And I was just amazed at the results.
Right?
The winner being a Earl St. Clair.
Did you have that bourbon? Did you buy that?
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah,
So you have it here.
I have it here.
Now, okay, but did you buy it after you listened or
After I listened.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So it wasn't
I didn't
like
know.
you just
I didn't.
bought one
I
and
bought one
then-
because it was number one of the below 30.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm very curious on that.
Yeah, maybe it
of
tastes
your
different.
thoughts on it.
So, do you want me to save my thoughts for that? Something
No,
like
no,
that?
no.
Okay.
do you have thoughts already?
I do have thoughts.
Well, share them because we've
Proceed.
already tried it.
It's not good, guys.
What?
It's not good at all. In fact,
He
I
did
think
tell me that. Yeah.
It lacks flavor of every kind. It's young. It doesn't have that much sweetness. It doesn't have any of the qualities that you guys said it had. At least maybe it's because my hopes were a little high. You know, I came into it thinking it was going to be because.
What if we just got a magic bottle?
Right.
Well, I
maybe.
mean, I mean, think about it. It did beat out 7 other
And it was
6 other bottles.
Well, and it was totally blind. It's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we had any sort of bias in it.
The only one that knew that it was in was Carter.
Yeah.
And my Old Forester came in second. So, I mean, it's not like, I mean, it was unbiased as it could have been.
Yep. And I tried to simulate something. I picked 3 other bourbons next to it to try. I did a Buffalo Trace regular, and I did the Evan Williams single barrel, and then I did Henry McKenna, which is not below 30. It's just another bourbon that I know I like.
It's a 40 to a,
it's not that much more. So it's just
right.
I wanted to taste test it compared to those to kind of do what you guys are doing, just so I could like really get some comparative results. And it was not even close. Like I don't even like the Evan Williams single barrel. That's second to last. I don't like that, and this was worse than that. Like it's not yummy.
I really want to try it again because I haven't had it since that $30.
I haven't either.
But you and I did discuss like, you told me about that. And I'm like, I'm curious to see if it was just how things played out.
Yeah, maybe it's the evolution of your taste buds as you went through the different ones, or this is a different bottle or like a different product. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's maybe not. They're just
sourcing whatever they can get their hands on.
It's so little information. It could be just a different whiskey.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Well, because we did look up the reviews on Total Wine from that, and the reviews were this is terrible.
Yeah.
And we could not make sense of like whatever we were tasting
was not terrible.
Did not seem like they were
good,
reviewing the same product.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But because we all thought it was
Does
like
Carter
a
have that
lower
still?
proof Old Forester or something. I think he still has it.
I mean,
unless he mixed it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll taste.
If he still has it, then maybe
I
we can
would
do
love to compare the two.
A straight up bottle versus bottle.
But it was the weirdest thing. Yeah. But I mean, we did rate the 2 stars high too. I think that was 3rd place. But
I think whatever one I got was 3rd place. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Yeah, I listened to it most recently, and I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Really, the standout ones were the terrible ones when Matt chose the
Blonde Brothers
something
or
brothers Broman brothers. It's just
that one was
really bad. And then he said he was gonna pick instead. Well, he said in the podcast he was gonna grab
Four
something
Roses
else.
small batch.
4 Roses.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did you? And I'm listening to him like, why did you not get that one?
I feel
for some reason,
obviously the better choice.
Here's my thinking is that, and this translates to lots of other things too, not just bourbon, but like people. I feel like when they see a name brand and then they see something they don't know, they go one of 2 ways. They're either like, I have no idea what that is. I don't want to try it. Or I've had this name brand. I'm familiar with the name brand. Why don't I try something different?
Yeah.
And so I think Matt was just like, I know 4 Roses. Yeah. Let me get something different.
I think he was trying to make content.
Yep.
Is what he's probably doing.
And he did a great job.
succeeded.
If that was this, good job, Matt. Okay, what about you guys?
I was driving for like all of 5 days. Mm-hmm. I've had nothing.
Where'd you go?
Nothing. I went to New York and then back in 5 days. So I did get to a brewery, and that's what we're gonna get to for the beer that's coming up.
Yep.
Equilibrium Brewery in New York. And I liked one so much that I bought 2 bottles. It's a stout. And I had to buy a cooler to bring them home because they had to stay refrigerated the whole time.
For probably a non-pasteurized beer.
So it was $20 per pint, and I bought 2.
And we're going to be getting to that soon.
And that's going to be step 1. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as it happens. But that was kind of what I did.
It's all just...
So Dylan,
again,
what did you explain yourself?
So I got last couple weeks I got a Craig Yelligy 13, which is a Space Side.
First time hearing about it.
I know. And it's not a Glen, but
wow.
It's a little bit more meaty. Because all the Space Sides are really pretty and floral usually, but this is kind of a more meaty, rich Space Side. It's weird. It's not
like it tastes tender or it tastes smoky or by meaty.
It tastes.
I guess I don't
smoky
know what
and
meaty
meaty
can mean.
We talking like flame broiled Burger King patty?
Exactly like that. Yep,
it's the best.
But So that's interesting. So whenever we'll have that, we'll probably talk a little bit more into that. But then I also got I think it's a Loch Lomond. I should really know what name it is because I just bought it. But
I mean, it doesn't have the pronunciation on the bottle, right?
no, but
it's Lomond.
Yeah, I think it
Lomond.
Loch Lomond.
Lomond.
But it's the 18, and that's from a lakeside Highland distillery. But they are actually, the notable thing for them is they do both grain whiskey and pot still whiskey. So they have a coffee still, and then they have pot still, and they do their own blends, whereas like Johnny Walker buys all these blends and then does it themselves. They actually do their own
blending
equivalent
in-house.
of like a Johnny Walker Red or a Johnny Walker Black.
But all from their own stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But, and that one's a little smoky. You know, it's like on the Oban level of peat and stuff, and it's pretty good.
It's something nice and
Yeah.
relaxing, and it's not a peat monster. It's just a
Right.
delicate
And
scotch.
I haven't found much as ways that was actually the first bottle of Loch Lomond that I've seen. So I kind of picked it up, and the lady commented, she's like, "Oh, we just got that in, and you know, blah blah blah." And then she's like pointed, she's like, "I got something special up there. I got about $100 tequila." But I can see it on the.
It's the can actually move that further away.
Yeah, so I mean the Loch Lomond it's pretty interesting. So I'll have that probably as well at some later point. But that's kind of been it. I've been still just kind of
Searching
every week, just kind of
just
peeking my head in.
going places.
I did buy a 175 for today for later, not this podcast, but a 175 of Jägermeister. And so I walked up to the checkout with a 175. I'm like I bet nobody really buys these.
Yeah.
But
it's like those challenges where like it's go to the grocery store and buy 3 things that's going to give the cashier the weirdest or worst impression of who you are. You know, like
What are they up to?
biggest case of Coors, a 175 of Jägermeister.
Yeah, like
and like some Bacardi rum.
make you think you're just a total either a super cool party dude,
And then you like go through like at the
or
end
a
checkouts.
alky. Or a raging alky.
They got those end checkouts that they're like usually have sales of like those little like 50 milliliter bottles.
Yeah.
Like 3 for $2 or something. And then like every once in a while you get that guy that like goes through it and like checks it out. Like buys like 6 of them.
Yeah.
But
you know, they put it there for a reason. It's like
they sell it's like candy at the grocery stores.
for adults.
It works too well.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't had Fireball in a while. Let me get a little 50 mil of that.
$10 for 50 in those buckets? Okay. I mean, I don't like Fireball that much, but for that price,
No, a deal's a deal.
I'll drink anything.
Yeah.
But speaking of drinking anything,
I'm thirsty.
beer on a podcast has not been done
Yeah.
before on this podcast.
Not here. Yeah. I don't think.
I'm breaking rules.
Yeah. Breaking boundaries.
So
I
we got it's in the freezer chilling.
So we'll pause it,
Yep.
go get it, and come back, I think.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're back.
We back.
And we have something this time in
All
our
right.
possession.
Let me explain what we have here. So this is an Imperial Stout. Now, okay, I'm not a beer
It smells
guy.
like caramel and like
I'd hope so.
But I had this, and I was like, this is the best stout that I have ever had. Hence why I bought 2 and a cooler and ice all the way home.
all right. So Alex, tell us about this thing.
All right, we have a beer, an Imperial Stout from Equilibrium Brewing, along with, it was a collab with the 8th State Brewing Company. It's I don't know too much about it. I just had it, and I was like, this is the greatest stout that I've ever had. So I had to buy 2 of them.
And what
then
was so prevalent that you're like, this is the best? Why was it the
Try
best?
it and find out.
Yeah,
Okay.
you will know as soon as you have it. I don't know if Zach likes it.
No, I was laughing at something else.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
really good. Yeah.
I could see that this is probably the top 2, 3 stouts.
It is unbelievably syrupy.
Yeah, it's a super duper thick.
It's
even
so
for a stout.
good.
It's got grape and like
This is of the. I haven't had that many stouts either, but like, this really reminds me of.
it's not bitter like other stouts.
No, I mean, it's a little, but not like. Yeah,
No,
it doesn't
yeah.
have that. That's not one of the predominant flavors.
Have you had one of those surly like imperial Russian imperial stouts?
Yeah,
That is bitter.
yeah, yeah. This reminds me of the Soviet Slayer from Back Channel.
Really?
I can see
It's
that.
not as
I can see
thick.
that.
Or sorry,
is
that
thicker.
isn't as thick
Yeah,
as this.
yeah.
But same flavors.
So on the bottle,
That is weird.
it's and now this is where I'm a little bit lost. I don't know if it has this stuff in it, or if this is just their notes that they're pulling out of it. It just says Imperial Stout with coconut, marshmallow, graham cracker, and cacao nibs.
I mean, yeah, it tastes like all of those.
You know, especially the cacao. Like
Super strong chocolate.
Like
I mean,
literally,
it's-
I think if you heated this up, it'd be the best hot chocolate ever.
it kind of to me is like chocolate syrup with, I mean, you get some coffee notes. I
Yeah.
think.
I think this is just an example that we shouldn't be pasteurizing anything. Beer, penicillin,
Milk.
milk, juice. Let's get rid of it.
Louis Pasteur is an idiot. That dude. all,
jerk.
all he wanted was longer lasting soup, but little did he know he ruined the food
Everything
world.
else. So, anyways, yeah. While I was at the brewery, I ordered 2 glasses of 4-ounce pours, and I was thankful for this discovery.
This is really, really good.
The problem is, and the reason that I bought them out there is because they said you're not going to find them anywhere.
Right.
So I was left with no
Yeah,
choice.
They're gonna have to, if they want to, send it in freezers, basically freezer trucks,
I
But-
don't think legally they can send it out of state.
because it's not pasteurized.
There's,
It's a
and
law
I
for
don't know
that.
if this is the law, but there's another Texas brewery that is essentially doing. They fall into the same thing. They can't ship out of state,
Yep.
and I think they said that it's because they can't. They're not pasteurizing.
Gotcha.
They don't want to because for them it's like this is killing our flavor because it's
Yep.
bringing it up to a boil or near
Yeah.
boil and stuff. And I forget what I think it's Real Ale Brewing Company.
Something like that.
I know this because of the distilling they do.
Associated. Yeah.
Associate.
Okay.
So I'm fuzzy on the brewery name, but I think it's that. I think.
Okay.
But you could probably easily find it out.
Yep. This is like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
And a little bit of butterscotch. It's crazy how when you use generic words, like these are Tootsie Roll, not so, but butterscotch. We use as caramel right at the very beginning. It's the same as we use for whiskey.
Yeah.
We got to work on our verbiage. And
But I mean,
it's
like if all those notes are there,
yeah,
those
but,
are like a
I mean,
5.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
This is like a 9.
Yeah.
On like the intensity.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it is. And it doesn't even just taste like it, but even if you look at it,
It doesn't.
it's so thick. Like it leaves a
Yeah.
film on the side of the glass.
Yep.
What's the alcohol on this?
I think it's 11. Yep, 11%.
Yep, that's among the highest. I've never seen a stout over 12 or 12 and a half. I think 12 and a half is the highest I've seen.
And so this was, it was $20 for 1 pint. And I bought 2. Mm-hmm. And I looked at the lady and I was like, so am I going to have to keep this cold on the way home? And she's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what?
Drink it on the way.
Yep.
Worth it.
Did you stop at every Wendy's and get a bag of ice for $1 on the way home?
I did use Hotel Ice.
Hotel ice.
Hotel Ice was the saver there.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's so good, and I'm sad that I can't get it anywhere else.
Good buy though. I mean, this is
So good.
It's just a Tootsie Roll.
yeah. Thank you for
It's very. I
giving
mean,
this
it's
to us.
desserty.
Yeah.
Very dessert. Like you would not be able to drink.
And
very
that's the
much of
problem
this.
with beer, though. Is like now you kind of have to finish it before
It gets warm first of
If
all.
I have to.
And-
warm. But like, yeah, that's like you can't. You have to plan on finishing this bottle.
Yeah.
Like you got to plan ahead.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Equilibrium and Eighth State Brewings for introducing me to something that I will never be able to have again.
It's literally impossible to drink everything because the surface area of the glass into your mouth, it coats it. So by the time you tip it back down, you get a little bit left.
And there's so there's a little puddle at the bottom, but if you were to tip your glass sideways like you were going to pour it out, nothing would come out. It wouldn't
come out. Yeah. It's crazy.
And that's not just because it was in the freezer, because it's cold, but it's not that cold.
No, it's just...
So it's naturally just this thick. It's delicious. Okay.
Zach, did I put my glass on a coaster, or is that not a coaster?
That is technically a lid for a candle upside down.
Close enough.
But it is close enough.
We'll see it.
The function is the same.
Classic.
All right.
Part 1 over?
Step 1 over.
Step 1.
On to step 2.
Step 2.
All right. Pause for step 2. All right. We're back. Part 1 done. Part 2 is Evan Williams. I don't know if that's what we decided it was earlier, but that's what it is now.
That is what we said.
I am in control.
So, Zach, you talked about how much you liked Evan Williams.
Yep.
Repeatedly.
I've said how much it really brings me joy.
You guys want to just give me a glass and I'll pour for you?
Yeah.
I got to be careful. There's no restrictor thing in this.
Oh yeah, it'll pour really fast. Yeah, I just need a tiny bit. This is to get a baseline. So while Dylan is pouring, this is
There's no dump glass. I just remembered.
Yeah, I'm sure we can drink that. We are.
Whose is this?
It's fine. It's sterile.
Yeah, they're all clean.
We are. This is going to be a baseline Evan Williams bottled in bond. Oh yeah, Dylan needs a glass.
I'm just gonna drink from the bottle if you don't give me one quick.
Look, especially without the restrictor, you can get a lot of drink in there.
That's a heavy pour.
Is it?
I mean, that looks like
it's for himself. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want him to regret. I mean, I love Evan Williams bottled, so if anything, that should be my glass.
So if you haven't picked up on it, Zach's being sarcastic.
Well, it's a changed opinion because at first I thought it was a great deal, and I had too much. I literally drank.
You burned out on it.
I got burnt out real bad, and I could never. I mean, maybe it's been so long since I've had it. Maybe my taste buds have recovered.
You need to try to go into it without a bias.
I don't think we've had this since episode 2 of
and I haven't
Bourbon
bought
Tribals.
I haven't bought
Trials.
This for a long time for me was a mixer.
Yep.
This is what I used for my mules.
Right.
Whatever. I didn't make too many different drinks, but that was pretty much.
Yeah, for me, it's Wild Turkey 101.
It is.
Mixer.
That's mine now. Yeah. Although I'm kind of getting.
I like the nuttiness on this.
I'm getting kind of burned out on the Wild Turkey too, so I need to find a new mixer now.
You got to keep rotating.
Yeah.
It's like crop.
I mean, you got to mix it up a little bit.
It's like crop circles.
Yeah.
Or
what?
No.
Why did I say
aliens.
yeah?
No, crop rotation. Crop rotation.
It's like crop circles.
Yeah. Crop rotation.
I was way too quick to agree to that.
Yeah. Because you know what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Because we're thinking of Age of Empires, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aliens.
So on
says the guy
nose.
wearing a Nessie t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, so this is just a regular bottled in bond Evan Williams.
No thrills. White label. Yep.
This is our baseline.
It smells actually very pleasant. Much more than I remember.
Tastes fine. It's good.
It's
Nutty.
warm.
Vanilla.
Yep.
It's better than I remember. It's a little metallic-y for me.
Interesting.
Tastes like the finger when you hold a coin for too long.
I still have so much of that beer on me that I wouldn't notice if it was.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. I mean, this is, to me, I mean, I've been using it for the mixer and I don't really drink straight from it. So, but it's good. You know, I wouldn't be opposed to this being a daily.
Yeah. I'm kind of picking at straws, but like, I guess for this, I think it's not sweet enough compared to most bourbons.
It's not very sweet.
I think that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it could be, it is a great mixer because you're not just adding sweetness into your drink.
Into a sweet.
To make you,
more in control of it.
Yeah. And that's a good idea. I still won't probably buy this, but this is better than I remember. I'm not going to lie there.
Sweet. Now, here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah. So that was the baseline, like we stated. The experiment that we had, we're using those oak staves in a separate project for coffee aging. And that is still a work in process. However, the bourbon we don't need anymore. All we need was the oak influenced whiskey stave things.
Yeah, so we got the staves. We got 4 of them.
And they're just those, home
corkscrew kind of
you can buy
shape.
them on Amazon for like $7.
Yeah.
So I got 4 of those, put them in a 175 for 2 weeks, and this will be the first time that these guys have had it. I've had it once. I don't quite remember it, but it's kind of interesting.
So let's get a pour of this special Whiskey House Pub House edition Evan Williams.
Bond.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It is very dark.
It's so much darker.
What I'm noticing on all your glasses is this super oily, like really oily.
Yeah.
Even like it's 100 proof, but most 100 proofs I feel it don't stick to the glass like that.
Mm-hmm. That's an observation.
Didn't notice that until Dylan put his glass down. I'm like, wait a minute.
And we can't get a cork pop with these. These are plastic.
Yep. Plastic twist.
You want to do yours first, or
I can. This one has the restrictor.
I'll pass mine to Zach, I guess.
Oh yeah, even in the glass you can
For sure.
very clearly tell. You want a little bit more?
I'll take that amount. That looks like a good amount. Grazie.
So I'm excited to bring this to Dawson's and use this for mixing.
something?
Whatever.
Yeah. This is gonna make some intense mules.
I'm thinking the possibilities.
Yeah.
It smells wet somehow.
Yeah, it smells damp.
Like wet dog.
I mean, I don't think it's like a dog, but yeah, it's
Wet. Something wet that's not supposed to be wet. Like
whiskey.
carpet.
I mean, it kind of just smells like mulch. Like wet wood.
Yeah. Get a little bit of cinnamon.
So like mulch. I'm thinking then it's like wood.
Yeah.
Damp oak.
Yeah, damp wood.
wood.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
a fresh. You could. I mean, fresh mulch smells better than most things. Honestly,
I'm getting big time cinnamon on this.
cinnamon.
Yeah, you're
on the
right.
taste. Or
No, on the smell. It is there. Did we not notice that on the first one, or was it not there?
This just smells different to me.
It's
in
just
general.
different.
Yeah.
I mean, we should expect
Why is that
it
cinnamon
to,
there?
We should expect it to be woodier, of
Yeah,
course,
of
because that was
course.
the whole point.
I don't remember the cinnamon.
No, I don't either. All right, I'm going in for a taste.
It is weird. Okay.
That's so much better. Like, I think it's worlds better.
It's very smooth.
It's still metallic, but now it's like not. Honestly, it's like not sweet at all.
It's got a
It's
thick,
got cinnamon through it.
Yeah, it's way spicier.
it's got a thick mouthfeel.
Yeah, I think we made this. We made rye, guys. We made some rye whiskey by putting wood in some bourbon.
Man, that's pretty good.
That's a drastic change, actually.
I gotta buy me some wood staves now and
I guess.
just start go in the woods. Actually, just start hatching. And,
Blow torching it for a little bit.
yeah.
Throwing
Actually,
it
I don't
in
know
a
if we even
barrel.
have. I don't know if there's white oak trees in here though.
Is that what these were? Was white oak? Do you
I
remember?
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got like maples around here.
Yeah, like a maple infused.
I mean, if it can make maple syrup, it's got to be
Yeah.
good in.
You just gotta let it dry.
yeah.
Season it.
Yeah. Make sure it's, drying in Minnesota just makes the wood moldier.
You can put it in your oven. You can kiln dry
Yeah, I
it.
could bake it.
Yeah.
Get
Kiln
a
dry
jerky.
it,
Get a
yeah.
thing to make beef jerky.
I don't have that.
Well, no, but you could.
You could, yeah.
Well, it doesn't a dehydrator? That's what it is.
You're right.
You have a
I
dehydrator,
could
don't you?
dehydrate it, yeah.
You guys do the shrooms, the mushroom
Yeah,
dehydrator situation.
We dehydrate shrooms.
Yeah, there you go. You just
And then put them in little baggies and
Do you
sell them
guys
to people
even
for lots of
shroom?
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, if the other Evan Williams was 5,
For 6 years.
well, no, like a 5 out of 10.
Oh,
This is a 6
and a half.
half.
Yeah, that's what I would
Yeah,
say.
it's not sweet, almost at all. But I think it's a good base.
I think this is gonna be better than anything. I mean, everything. It's better neat on its own, and
This is gonna make for a really good mixer with some sweet stuff.
I think one of the first things I'm gonna do when I get to Edwards is probably make an old fashioned.
that's what I was thinking
with this.
Yeah.
So do you think that Evan Williams could make this if they bottled and bonded it for like 7 or 8 years instead of 4? Do you think
Suppose
that would?
because this is 4 year. Does it have an
least.
age?
That's just what that means.
It's
Right,
at least
but-
4.
But there's nothing specific.
no.
Okay.
So it's probably 4, just to make the most profit.
Yeah.
If they don't
Probably
state
it's
it.
probably mostly 4, and then it's probably got maybe some 6.
Yeah.
We should also mention how long did you have the staves in for?
2 weeks. We did. We I think we mentioned that.
We
before
touched on that.
cut.
Did we? Okay. 2 weeks. So 2 weeks. That's
and there's not like you could do it much longer because it's not a barrel, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a barrel, the whiskey goes into the oak staves and it expands and contracts, and it essentially is like a sponge, and it does
Right.
it repeatedly. Once you saturate the wood to a certain point, it's not going to give you more flavor.
Yeah.
If you do it longer.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're saying we need to make a bottle made of wood.
Yes.
also known as
And then you open
barrel.
What?
barrel.
Whoa.
And you open that bottle like after 2 weeks, and it's gone.
It's all
You're like, it all evaporated to angel share.
Yay.
But
So I think this
Wow.
was a success greatly on your,
I mean,
on your
I
part.
think that's just kind of a fun experiment.
I mean, this experiment success.
Yeah.
The coffee experiment.
That's TBD.
Yep.
I mean,
TBD.
we have a little background on that. We have about a pound of Guatemala coffee
Yep.
in 4 mason jars
Yep.
with these oak staves. And we're doing 4 weeks aging with the coffee, 6,
8 and 10.
8, and 10, so
Yeah.
increments of 2 after the 4 week. And we won't know what the earliest one will be like until September 28th.
Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and
Are you-
then
are
we'll
you
do
gonna
half.
try-
We're gonna do half a pound when the date is reached.
Yep.
And we'll save the rest of it for when the last one is reached its target.
Yep.
And then we'll compare, because the goal of this is try to figure out what is the best, what's the time you want to leave the coffee to age it for.
Yeah.
4 weeks between 10. What's the butter zone? What's too long?
Yeah, there's a lot of variables with it, so we decided, start with 1 coffee, and 1 bourbon, of course,
Yeah.
and then
we
it's just only variable is the time. That's
Yeah.
all we're.
And we pulled some of the Guatemala from the exact same bag.
Yep.
So we have the
Baseline.
ground zero, whatever.
We'll be able to compare with what the normal coffee is.
Because we haven't actually touched base that. I mean, that's what we do. The 3 of us do for work is coffee background.
What?
So Inception. So that's what we're kind of doing. Is it's just a fun experiment for us. So yeah.
And it is fun because we get to shake. I love shaking those things.
Shake the mason
Getting the
jars
wood
with the
around,
coffee.
you
Yep,
know.
yep.
All right. I think we're on step 3, guys.
Yep. The step 2 is done. Step
Step
3.
We must summon
Here we go.
Her.
Indy.
The indie.
We want a full glass to the brim.
And then we will be spending the night.
We're gonna phase 4 of the experiment is how long does it take to take effect, and can we get to Dawson's by the time?
Oh my gosh.
We're cannonball running
We're
it.
cannonball running with under the influence. No, we're not. Disclaimer, asterisk, we are not cannonball running it under the influence. That is not happening.
Here, look at this real quick while I
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what we have,
Who knows?
who knows? We're gonna have to start guessing, guys.
Well, I don't. We should explain. I think.
Yeah.
Just in case that we didn't do it before, because I'm not sure. But so we're blinding. I think we did say we're blinding 4 roses.
Yep.
There's 3 cast strength single barrels, 1 standard single barrel, and 1 that is the 4 Roses Select small batch.
Small batch select, yeah.
And we do not have the regular small batch.
Batch, which is okay by me because I do not like that one. I keep saying I do not like, as if I like hate bourbon or something. But like, I just mean in comparison to everything I've ever
The
had.
way my scale works
Yeah,
is
it's really low on there
Yeah.
because I remember I bought one hoping it'd be pretty good, and it just was
Meh.
so meh.
Yeah.
So meh.
I do remember sampling that from you.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going to add anything?
I was gonna add that the select that we have today was leagues better
Oh,
than
yes.
the small batch,
Yeah,
the
for
regular
sure.
one.
And that's about $60. So, the cheapest out of them is the 50% single barrel.
Single barrel.
But I'm gonna be honest, the Four Roses mash bills still confuse me. There's so
But
many.
The labeling, or there's how many they do.
Just the fact that there's. It's like I got the mash bill down. Right?
Yeah.
OB, okay, I get that. That's the high rye. OE, that's the low rye. Right. But then after that, then you have the 5 yeast strains, and then I still haven't got the yeast strains down at all.
Yep.
But
I can tell you this one smells like maple. Big maple and maybe like mint, perhaps.
it smells like Big Red.
So cinnamon. I don't get.
To me, it just smells really dusty. I try to reset my scent by smelling myself. A little bit of yeah, Big Red. Some red licoricey and something gummy.
I'm gonna try it.
How many ASMR sounds can we get in this? I'll do no sniffing. Dylan will do tongue smacking, and Alex, you can do
Gargle or something.
I have no idea what this is.
It's earthy.
It's gotta be a small batch select. I say got to, like I have any idea.
It's
But-
earthy and not terribly sweet.
Yeah.
It's not super high rye, but the small batch select has a combination of
This isn't spicy.
the small batch selects is a blend of the. Let me look at my cheat sheet.
Excuse me.
Mash bill 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and 10. So it's pulling from both the high rye and the low rye.
Yeah. This just doesn't taste like. We just had the M. Williams bottom, the 100 proof. I don't think this is hotter. That means actually, I think it's definitely not hotter, and I think it might be lower. And I think this
What?
Then what? Lower than what?
Than the Evan Williams we had before this,
This one that we're drinking
which is
now.
100.
Well, in every circumstance, you'd be incorrect because the lowest is 50% that we have.
Is it?
The small batch select is 104 proof.
It is? I thought it was like 90s.
No.
That I must have gotten really used to that proof then real quick because
That's what but that was the first thing I was looking for. I'm like, is this around 50%?
yeah,
Like is it either the regular single barrel or is it
or the small batch.
and I think it's one of the two. Right.
What? Yeah, can you list the proofs? Do you have an idea?
I didn't take a photo of it
I got the photo.
because the single barrel cask strengths are all over the board.
Yeah.
The small batch select is 104 proof.
Okay.
And the regular single barrel is 50. Mm-hmm. And then the cask strengths are varying.
56.9. I'm
Okay.
going ascending.
Yep.
58.3. 60.2. That's percentage. ABV.
Yeah, it's got to. This one's either got to be the 50 or the 52.
That's what I would think. I think we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste high rye, so that's why I'm leaning more towards the blend of the small batch select. But
Who's to say?
and we should confess we're not doing the blind because we know and we're confident we're guessing.
I have literally no
We're trying
idea.
to be better at this kind of thing.
And also,
you
what's our favorite?
Yeah, what's our favorite? Without,
Subjectively.
yeah, totally. That's what it's for.
Not
Yeah,
just
I'm
a
gonna say my guess, small batch select. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not.
It's one of the two, 50 or
I think
52.
it's got a little bit of like apricot to it. It's got a little bit of fruitiness.
It's not terribly sweet though.
It's
not.
sweeter than I remember the 50s or the single barrel, the regular single barrel. It's sweeter than I remember it, but yeah, this is good. I feel like I'll definitely enjoy the other ones a little bit better, but I'm not sure where this will stack up. So
Okay. All right, we're done with the first one. Now, whiskey lady,
Any? Can you do another one?
round 2.
Did you?
I'm trying to think of a name.
Just any
Whiskey gal.
whiskey gal.
That was pretty good. It's just
And Indy, we should clarify. Make sure you remember which is which.
Cup?
Like which one you're giving us, and like order them somehow.
as long as you know which one you poured first, second,
Yeah,
etc.
I'm gonna set them
In
in
order.
the correct
Thank you.
folder. Alex Slackton.
So what are some other notes that we liked about that one? Because I didn't think it was very.
It was kind of mild.
It was mild. I think it wasn't very caramely for
No.
a bourbon.
It seemed very purposeful. Like
Yeah.
it was the blend
Yeah.
to me.
I was kind of underwhelmed by it. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think it was all that special.
Yeah.
If I was gonna pick one,
Yeah.
I would pick
Still
the
pick the-
Evan
yeah.
Evan Williams homemade brew.
I think I'm with you on that. That's like a 6. That one we just had, I think is a 6 out of
I
10.
think if
Yep.
somebody offered it to me and it was free, I
Yeah.
would go with that one. But if I had that one being the Four Roses, first one.
There are very few free whiskeys / bourbons that I would turn down.
If I had to buy, then yeah, the Evan Williams is a better price. Mm-hmm. The one that we modified. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I get that ever controversial bubble gum note.
That was another thing that was funny on that episode when someone
I-
mentioned, was it, Alex, I think it was you. You said this smells like bubble gum.
Last time I was.
Last time you were, or no, for the $30 bourbon challenge. And Henry was like, no. And then Matt's like, yeah, bubble gum. And then Henry's like, yeah.
Power of acceptance.
Yeah.
And fitting in.
It's like it's an odd level of peer pressure. You're just giving your opinion. You're like, I don't think it tastes like, it doesn't smell like bubble gum. Yeah, I think it smells like bubble gum. Yeah, you're right. It smells like bubble
I
gum.
changed my mind. You're totally right.
Yeah, I get that
It
though.
smells sweet.
I get that though.
This one is sweeter
Yeah.
smelling.
This smells like 4 roses, guys. Literal 4 roses.
You're so good. How did you know?
It's
I
a gift
wish-
and a curse.
I don't see us ever getting all 10 mash bills because there's
Finding
you-
them.
You have to find
and,
10
and remembering
different
which
cast
ones you
strengths.
had.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all have to be the cast strengths.
I just don't see it.
It smells spicy.
Yeah.
I haven't tasted it yet.
I would love for us to be able to do that on an episode.
Yeah.
Compare all 10 side by side.
I'm getting way more cherry licorice on this one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a cast strength.
It's so warm.
I was just gonna say,
It's embracing.
Ooh.
Almost Kentucky hog
This
level.
is much
but,
better.
yeah.
this is so much better. What in the world? This is delightful.
Now I say it's cast strength, but
I think you might be right because I've got a lingering esophageal burn.
it's got to be cast strength. I think the first one I still had some.
This is way on the tongue.
Remnants.
It's way more evaporative and spicy. Unless that's that's part of the qualities of the flavor. It's like this is spicy,
Man, this
which is hard because that is a commonly used adjective on those descriptors on their mash bills.
Yeah.
Is spicy, fruity, full bodied, and that's like for all of them, all the cast strength ones.
It's got like an initial hit of something.
And then it goes into sweetness pretty quick after. Yeah.
It's got a hit of something, and then it transitions to kind of a burn, and then into secondary flavor.
I dig this. So here's the thing. There's one from Hy-Vee that is a barrel pick. The other two, the one I got from Colburn's that was just a generic. I think Four Roses selected it to sell to people that want single barrels.
Yep.
The original one I got was, I don't exactly remember where it was from, but it was the same thing. It was Four
A
Roses
generic
selected.
Select. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all good, but I mean, this is pretty sweet, and there's some floral notes on there.
I'm gonna look at my cheat sheet, which is just their 10 descriptors for all their mash bills. And I think this is. Man, this is tough.
I think I have an OESQ, I think.
No, you have it's a K. You have
Oh, you have the pictures.
Yeah,
That's right.
I got pictures. You have OESO, OESK, and OESF.
This has to be O.
Well, yeah, they're all O.
Or the ending SO.
Yeah.
I mean, right now,
Yeah.
this is very fruity.
we're just getting through. Yeah, fruity.
This is super fruity.
But it could be OESK because this is spicy, guys.
Yeah, but
But is it that spicy to them?
I think we're gonna know once we find that regular single barrel, because that's the high rye mash bill.
Yeah.
That should put it in perspective of what is actually spicy.
Yeah.
At least that's my hope.
Yeah.
And we're only talking like 6% higher to 8%. I think is there 69%? I think we had.
It's a 60. It goes from 50 to 60. We're all within.
Okay, so
all
we do-
these
we
are
do
within
have a-
10.2%.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, I'm gonna agree with Dylan. It's the OESO.
I wouldn't know, but it's
Yeah.
delightful. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, we're not scoring them, but I am.
Yeah.
And it gets an 8 out of 10.
Yep.
This is nice.
It's
Last
good.
one gets a 6.
Yeah. We need like a you know how Doug DeMuro, that annoying car guy,
The Doug score.
The Doug score.
Yeah.
We need the Alex score.
Alex score is this one. Yeah, I'm going to be the only one to ever rate anything. And I give this one an 8 out of 10 for an Alex score.
Nice. If this is the high V one, the high V bottles were $65. I bought 2.
Yeah.
The other ones I found for varying amount around more of the $75. And I'm sad because the high V is now sold out of the $65 pricings.
Yeah.
Have you checked all of the high V's?
There are a lot of high V's around here. But do all of them have liquor stores?
I think this one was the only one that got it because it was
3 that I know of do.
yeah. This one was the most recent open, and I think
Yeah.
it was a promotional thing.
Gotcha.
But
Whiskey gal.
All right, on to number 3.
So while she's coming, what else is there to say? We like it. We think it's super
warm.
fruity.
Makes my tongue happy.
the problem with and many people have said this, the problem with the single barrels and the different mash bills is what's the difference that the yeast strain's impacting and what's the difference between just it being a single barrel.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that you'll never know is that 15-20% could just be barrel impact or it could actually just be the
The yeast strain.
yeast strain.
Yeah.
And you'll never know. And that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
But even between
feel
the
like-
regular one, single barrel is, which that for me seems very regular, but
As for
the 50% single barrel
Right.
the regular one you can get on the shelf.
yeah, it's regular for what?
Well, it's a single barrel
Yep.
still.
Oh,
but
I
like,
see.
that one seems pretty regular to me.
Do you guys? Okay, I'm getting a phone call from who I assume is a scam. Would you like to hear me
Oh, sure.
scam them back?
Yes, please.
This is Alex.
This is not a solicitation call. Hi, this is the Credit Card Holder Awards Center from Visa MasterCard. We have been monitoring your credit card accounts for
Wow.
the last 6 months. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your excellent payment history, you now qualify for a 0% interest rates on all your credit card accounts.
Wow.
If you have completed this process or not interested, press 3 now. Otherwise, press 1 now to speak to our qualification department and complete the process. The
This-
qualification process can be completed in a few minutes.
So this is definitely a scam, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit 1, and
Whiskey
we're gonna
gal.
talk. We're gonna talk to someone.
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the
Oh,
line.
it didn't
You'll
go
be
right to a
transferred the next
person?
available agent.
What if this isn't a scam?
And Alex ruins his credit card.
I think this
Thank you.
this is the Boo's Mansion level
I just-
from Super Mario 64.
I was just thinking, like, are we gonna have to cut the music out? Is it copyrighted
Right,
music?
copyrighted on hold music.
Doubt
There's
it.
No way.
Because I've heard this. You know,
Yeah.
Can
This
you even
is
tell
amazing.
what music it is? It's
Yeah.
so poor
I
quality.
know. I know. I'm
This is
kind of
great
surprised.
content.
Usually these.
Thanks for holding a line. Card member services. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Oh, sir, I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Sir, I'm calling you from the lower rates department, and we will provide you 0% interest rate on all of your credit card accounts for permanent basis.
That's amazing. What do I need to do to make this happen?
Okay, so tell me, which credit card do you have?
I've got all of them. I mean,
Okay, so can you tell me which credit card you think owes the most or carry the highest balance, the major one?
oh boy, I maxed out my MasterCard buying some stuff that I can't really talk about. MasterCard.
Okay. Okay, I want you to please verify me the expiration date of your MasterCard.
Yes, it expires in the month of February of 2073.
And the month is
February.
02.
Oh yes, yeah. Yes, 2 or maybe 3. It depends on how you hear it.
It's 0227, right?
That sounds good to me.
The expiration date is correct. It's 0227.
I like how that sounds. Yes, let's go with that.
Okay. Oh, how much do you owe on your MasterCard?
Thousands.
4,000?
I'm deeply in debt. Help me.
I can't understand. Please say it again.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What? Hello, help me, please.
Yeah. How much do you owe?
Oh, so many thousands. It's real bad.
This is off the idea. So tell me.
Hold on, let me look. Oh, it's at least 100,000.
It's 100,000.
Yes, can you help me?
Okay. As a next step, I will pull your credit card most recent billing statement so that I will be able to tell you exactly what's your balance available, last payment, and current interest rate that you're paying right now, okay?
Yeah, okay, yes, what do you need from me?
Okay, grab the card handy.
I do, yes.
Okay. On the front side of the card, you can see the long 16-digit numbers.
Yes, I see there's many numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure that you are the legal signer of this credit card.
Okay.
So that is the reason I'm asking to you to please verify me the complete 16-digit card number.
Okay, let me know when you're ready for my digits.
Okay.
All right, it's 1, 2,
Oh, it's starting from 5.
oh yes, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed a line. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's the first set of 4. All right, the next set of 4 is 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, that's the second set of 4. Here's the third set of 4. It is 5, 3, 2, 4. And then we're back to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't believe that was the number they gave me, but that's what it was.
Oh, you are kidding me.
No, I'm dead serious.
Oh, tell me wallet card number.
What? Hold on. Do you need me to go through it again?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it one more time. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4, and then we're back to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay. Oh, hang up this call. Bye-bye.
What? No. You need to help me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I gotta say, that is the longest one of those phone calls that I've ever been able to drag on, ever.
I just. do you think that he thought it was real from the
I
get go?
don't know. I don't know. I'm $100,000 in debt.
yeah.
And I desperately need help.
Yep.
gotta
And then he's, I wonder if he gets commission on how many card numbers he gets. He's like, all right, let's just see what happens. Hopefully, he gives me a real card.
He literally said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, are you kidding me? And you're like, and you're
I
like,
can't believe it's real. That's the one they gave me.
Oh, okay. I get way too much enjoyment out of that.
you're a
'cause-
pro.
Okay. Wow, we got so derailed there. I wasn't expecting it to
Yeah.
go on that long.
Yeah. So we're on number 3.
Number 3.
Oh, I forgot. I thought this was 2 still.
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
This smells like bananas to me.
Yeah, it's got a
This is probably the single barrel. The regular one. Sorry, obviously. The single, the regular one. The 50%.
Really?
The regular.
it doesn't smell very hot.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't tasted it yet. I'm just saying. I kind of remember the single barrel smelling like bananas. And it's not as hot as the last
No,
one.
that's very mild.
But that also, this tastes just like the small batch select.
Does that seem hotter than the first one?
No. It doesn't.
So this one for me was a slow build. It was very mild, no burn of alcohol at all whatsoever in the front, and it kind of built up for me.
This tastes hotter than the first one.
the first one?
Than the first one. To me.
I mean, they're so close. If we're even remotely correct, that if the first one was either the regular single barrel or the small batch select, the difference is 0.4. 1 proof, less than a proof.
Yeah,
But this kind of, I think, along those lines of thinking, I think what Dylan's trying to think is this the small batch select? Well, no, you think it's spicier, so you think it's a different.
No. I didn't say it was spicier.
Oh, okay.
I said it tastes hotter.
Oh, it tastes hotter
Like
than the
it-
first one,
It makes me think that the alcohol content could be the select.
right?
It does seem more complicated than the first one too, though.
Yeah,
I think I like this more than the first one.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's, again, one of those, it's either the 50 or the 52. It's no more than that.
It just can't be.
No.
I'm gonna do a course change.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that first one was purely just because of the alcohol content. I think the first one was the single barrel standard,
Yep.
and this is the select.
Okay.
But the flavor, I feel it's conflicted because the flavor makes me think one thing, but the alcohol content makes me think
another.
The
Yeah.
other.
I was journeying down that path with you, and I kind of agree, but I'm just gonna just to be different, I'm gonna stick with what we got. I'm gonna say that this is the single barrel regular 50%. First one was still a select. 2.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whiskey gal,
Round 4.
please. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's chemical.
I keep playing that phone call back in my head, thinking what I could do to draw it out longer.
I like it. You had to.
Family. Who are you talking to?
I was just
a
talking to
telemarketer.
some scam dude on you know.
Oh, they called you?
They
Yeah.
called me. Yeah.
He likes to talk to him and give him a little talking to.
This one was a credit card deal he was going to give me 0% on all of my credit cards.
Yeah.
After he takes all your credit cards.
Yeah, after he gets all, so I gave him my number, and he was in shock
Yeah.
at my number.
Yeah. Are you? he's
No
like-
way.
He was like, "Are you kidding me?
Are you
Like,
serious?
are you serious?"
This is not real. What? And I was like, I swear this is the right number.
Yeah.
It's hold on, let me tell you again.
I mean, you said Febrarch. Like,
I said February.
like even though
Three times.
even though this man was obviously from India,
Yeah.
at least, or like where he grew up,
Yeah.
he knows Febrarch isn't a thing.
That's not a month in any
Yep.
language.
Yep. He knows that. He must.
He's thinking like
He
this.
wanted to outlast you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
He wanted
Yep.
to outscam
Yeah, maybe he's paid by the hour. He's like, let's just
Doesn't
do
matter,
this.
yeah.
And until he ran the card to know, that's when, because if you run a card and it's not, it doesn't work, then he must have to go to the next scam.
Right.
Otherwise his supervisors will catch on.
Yeah.
So that's
Yep.
that's definitely what happened.
Call
thank
center.
you, Whiskey Gal.
Yeah.
Call center,
Thank you.
Michael Scott.
Call center Michael Scott.
You know.
So one thing about that last, before you smell that one,
Oh.
I mean, just a note. It smelled and tasted a lot more chemically
This
than
one.
the rest. No, the
last
one.
Last
Yeah, it was not as pleasant.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was still good, but it was acidic
as
in a bad way.
Yeah.
It was weird. I wanted to add that because it was remarkably smooth, but an odd chemicalness to it.
All right, we got to be back in cast rank.
So this is 4 out of 5.
It's burning my nose hairs.
Ooh, it smells really good. Like
Here's the problem: is the noses that
They're very similar,
for the
but
cast strength ones.
yeah,
the cast strength ones. I couldn't tell you.
which ones?
not the last
Yeah.
one, but the one before.
Yeah.
Very similar. Yep. I think this one a little bit less bubblegummy.
That's true. That was the first thing we said, and
This one's not quite as much that way.
I would agree.
Zach has tried it, and he's making a face.
I love this. This is my favorite.
Oh,
It's really good.
oh,
It's higher proof.
oh!
This is phenomenal.
This is
Like actually phenomenal.
My tongue hurts.
I hope this is the one I have extra of.
I love how peppery and yet
I'm not getting any pepper.
really
No.
I get pepper and cream.
Be my little pepper master.
Yeah, be my little pepper master. I get pepper and cream. That's my two predominant things. And it's spicy too, on top of that.
This is like it. It popped in my head. I don't know why, but this is like a sweet sour orange chicken.
Orange chicken.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, now I gotta try
Oh
again.
boy.
Like it's oddly orange.
I just don't get a citrus
No.
note.
Nope, I don't get it.
Can't.
To
nail.
me, this is quintessential bourbon flavor.
Quintessential.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
It is
This is
everything.
amazing.
Everything you expect in a bourbon and could want in a bourbon. This is that taste.
Yeah. That's yummy, man. I want to know which one this is. Now I know that I can potentially get whiskey ships here. This is one that I would buy, online.
Those Four Roses single barrels are such a relatively good deal.
Yeah.
It's just.
I
I really
mean,
hope this is the high V one.
Yeah. I really hope this isn't the one that you texted me. It's like, hey, do you want one? I'm like, nah, I don't want it. It's okay. I'll pass this time.
And it was only $65. That was
Yeah.
the cheapest I've seen it. But
Yeah.
it was
Like
good.
I did want one. I'm just like, I
Yeah.
just bought some stuff.
No, it's $65.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just if I see it again, maybe.
And it was
we'll
there
pick
for
it up.
quite a while.
Yeah.
Like it was 2 weeks ago. They still had multiple cases. Mm-hmm. And yesterday when I went, they had none.
I love it.
Yeah, this
And the
was
context for that
nice.
is they've had it for probably about a month.
Yeah.
So it's not like it
took a bit.
somehow the word got out, I think, and like just tons
Yeah.
of people came.
Or one person tried it, bought the rest. 'cause he
There,
liked it
there
that
was
much.
a guy they were saying that was driving down from Bloomington, and every week he would buy three bottles. Mm-hmm. So
Interesting.
This was.
I really hope
this
he's
was
not drinking
nice.
that by himself. 3 bottles a week.
No, I would assume he's just waiting for his paycheck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I need to come. Another one.
I need it.
I drank.
I ran out.
I drank 2 bottles. I dropped the other one
A bottle
because
every
I
other
drank 2
day.
bottles. A bottle a day keeps the doctor away.
Keeps the pain away.
the pain and suffering that I
The
have.
pain of living in Bloomington, I guess. Quite a nice place to live, in my opinion.
All right. This is the best one so far. Ranking. What do we think?
I'm thinking this one. So 1. So this is best. 4. 1. No. Yeah. 4, 1, 3, 2.
You think the 1 is the best?
I
so
like
far?
no,
The
no,
first
no.
one.
No.
Not the first one.
I'm saying 4 as in best to worst.
4 is
in,
1.
in order of what we tried. This is the 4th one we've had. 4 is the best. 1 is the second best.
Interesting.
First is second best. 3rd is third best. 2nd is the worst.
I disagree. I'm gonna go. I actually very, very much. I think the second one was the first hot one we had.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 1 for me.
You like
Really?
that one the most?
I do so far.
Yeah.
So it goes 2, 4, 3, and 1 are kind of a wash, but I would say 3, 1.
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 3,
4,
1.
2.
I feel like I have these nailed down so far for my own personal
Yeah.
ability. But I would say in ascending order, I would go 1, 3, 2, 4. This one's my favorite. Followed by the next cast strength.
Okay.
Followed by what I've said. I changed my 9.
It's
I
small
think this
batch
is the small
select.
batch select. And then the first one would be
The single barrel, which
single
is your
barrel.
least favorite right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once I identified that chemically note on the 3rd one, I mean, I still enjoy it, but yeah, I like that one less than what I decided the first one was. And the second one, I just thought didn't have enough to, or just generic flavors. Like it was a little one-dimensional. Maybe we can go back to it once we do results, because then my interest will be piqued when we find out what these are.
You know me, I'm always willing to go and try number 1 again before giving my answer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think this, I'm looking at it. I think this is the highest. I think this might be the hottest one, the 60%.
Do you think that's the herbal note?
Yeah, because I think it is the herbal note, because there's only 2 of them on here that we have that are used with the adjective mint, and that's the
Oh, this one was kind of minty.
and
But
so that's the OES F, and the actually no, that's the only one that we have that says mint, but it could be mistaken, I think, for the OESO, which is fruity red berries.
so on mine, the OESF just says herbal notes,
okay,
and the OESO says rich fruit, which is what I'm. That
Getting.
I think yeah. I think this one has
That's what
minty
I'm-
notes.
that's
but
what I'm trying
this
to
is the herbal
figure
note.
out. Yeah,
And the last cast strength bean was the fruity.
probably
one.
the second one is the fruity
Yeah.
one. Okay, yeah.
So.
All right, whiskey gal, last one, please. Until we need results.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, I thought that one was phenomenal. I don't know why it's so much better. Maybe it's the proof. That last
one was
one was
really good.
phenomenal.
That was really good, Indy. Thanks.
I just whipped it up.
She aged it in a weekend.
Pour some thing was another thing and let it sit.
Little
Indy's actually a
this,
master
little
blender.
that.
We didn't tell you guys, but with her experience with tea and other smoothies and fruit
Yeah,
drinks,
yeah.
she's actually really good at making blended
What
whiskey.
you've been drinking is not actually whiskey. It's just a tea. There is no alcohol in this. And then we're like, what?
Yeah.
Drop a glass. You lousy, no good.
Are
you
aware you drinking decaffeinated Colombian coffee crystals?
Turn to Chris Farley's like, I'll end you.
So, what?
Are you aware you're drinking?
Decaffeinated Colombian coffee crystals?
What?
I said.
I'm sorry. What did you say? You dirty.
I'm excited for the results because I would be pleasantly surprised if the ones we like the most are the ones a little more easily accessible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the case, but I'd be surprised. And I kind of want it to be that way so I can get it. This one kind of smells like vinegar a little bit.
Yeah, this one's more sour. For sure.
You know how I like vinegar. But mostly dusty. Like it's a little...
It's the least aromatic, it seems, out of them.
It almost deletes. Like it doesn't because it doesn't smell fruity.
Yeah.
And it doesn't...
This one's hot.
Oh, this is hot. Yeah.
It's got that, like, cherry medicine
Yeah.
note to it.
I like this one too. Not as good, but I love how sour it is.
It's not as sweet
No.
as the first
Four.
cast strength.
4, 2, 5, 3, 1. There's my rank. 4, 2, 5, 3, 1.
Well, he didn't even finish the glass. He's
Nope.
like, yeah, no.
I can tell you this is my least favorite of the strong.
This has got to be the
strongest.
hottest, though. It's got to be.
It's super
I
hot.
think it's the hottest.
So I'm going to make a claim. This seems like the one I've had the longest. This might be the one that we tried in the bourbon trials. Mm-hmm. The first cast strength one I had. But
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the OESF. I think
It's a little bit
The
more one note.
Yep. What I thought was the last one, I think is actually this one.
Really?
Having had them all now.
I don't get... This isn't minty, though, to me.
Really?
No, not as much as the last one.
I would agree.
Which ones do we had?
So we have the OESO, OESF, and OESK. And
I mean, I want to say this is the K.
yeah, but it's not full bodied. This is OESK is full bodied.
Mine, the problem is I have various...
Different ones. Yeah.
Well, it's very simplified.
Mm-hmm.
Mine just says slight spice.
This is a lot of spice. Unless it's just the alcohol talking.
That's the thing that goes back to is it could be the difference between the single barrel or
Yeah.
the difference between
Yeah.
it. I'm saying this is the K.
It's okay.
Just because if it's not, it messes up all my other ranking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say this is the F. The last one was the O. Second one was the K.
But the second one was so fruity.
I know. That's true. Ah, man. But the last one couldn't have been the K, right? Actually, it actually totally could have. Okay. This is the F. Last one was the K.
So you're saying it's the F. All right.
Yep, this is F. The fourth one was the K. The third one was a 4 O's a single barrel regular one. The second one was the K. Yeah, the K. And then the first one was the small batch select.
Okay.
I don't know if I enjoy this as much as the second one.
I don't. I think
Second one was my
least.
favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 3, 1.
Yeah, I gotta have the first one again now. I almost did the first and the second one again.
Can we...
Nope,
Indy,
it's too late.
Can we have the first one again?
No.
It's been decided.
But I bought it.
She's right though. We should give an official like.
All right,
we should.
that's fair.
Before retrying.
That's not what I meant. but
Yeah.
I was joking.
All right, so you gave yours. I'm gonna say, least to favorite. I'm gonna say 1, 3, 5, 2, 4.
Okay. I think that's a.
So me and
that's a
Dylan,
reasonable one.
Dylan agree, except for 2 and 4 are switch.
Yeah, and I'm pretty. I mean, we only have 5 options to pick from, but I think I'm the most out there because I think it's 4 is the best. So
we agree on no.
yeah, no, you said 2 is the best.
Yeah.
I think 4 is the best, followed by, I said 3. I said 4, 3, 1, 2, and now I think it's 4, 3. 152. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is kind of one dimensional, just to be honest.
I agree.
And it's
It's not as complex.
no, I just love how sour
Yeah.
and vinegary it is, and it's like it's hot. I like that, but I don't think it's not the best.
I think this is the original one, the first one I got.
Okay.
Single barrel cask strength.
Okay. Andy, should we do retastes or?
I like to try the
results?
first one first.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm
Retaste
locking
of the
it
first
in.
one.
Nope, I don't want it. I don't want any more.
Force it down.
I mean, it doesn't. It's just a ranking.
Yep.
It's not like I'm saying which one I
Yep.
think is which because
And,
I don't.
and if
really
anyone's
know.
listening to this, they're like, "What?
Numbers.
Like we probably all three of us probably barely passed algebra. How can our audience even keep
What's
track?
algebra?
That's when you put numbers and letters
Calling our
together.
audience
What?
dumb.
Yeah,
Why would you need
No,
to mix numbers in
maybe.
an alphabet?
because variables.
X equals what, Alex?
No, it's y equals.
Oh.
And then you get the calculus, and then it's f of x because it's a function.
Yep.
I'm like, it means the same thing, but it doesn't.
There you go.
Thanks, Cindy.
Way more fruity.
Oh yeah, way more fruity.
That's the 50%, I think. It has no initial
Gentle.
heat.
Yeah, it's not. Honestly, though, I don't think it's not as good as the last one. It's too.
No, it's not.
I think it's just too little. Too little proof, because now we've had everything above 50, and it's too gentle. Now that we've gone to high proof, it probably tasted a little different when we had this first, but now it's lacking.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it's
Don't get me
fine.
wrong.
It's fine.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah.
right,
I'd still give this. We forgot to have Alex give everything an Alex score.
Yeah, I mean, so here's how it's got to go. If
Yep.
2 was my favorite at an
Yep.
8, 4 gets a 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Then 5 is a 7. 6.5 for 3. 6 for 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
And I give the Evan Williams a 6.75.
Really? You rate it higher? I don't think I would rate one as higher than the one.
1.
No, that's what he's saying. He
No,
gave-
1 was a 6. So I like that more than 1.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't rate this the one higher than Evan Williams personally. But
Yeah. No, that's
Right. No,
yeah.
that's what he's
That's
saying.
what I'm saying.
Oh.
For
He likes
me,
that more.
He's pointing in my glass,
Yeah.
and the Evan Williams are all in the
One-
same facility. so-
1 for me scored a 6.
Yep.
The Evan Williams scored a 6.75.
Yep.
Wait, isn't that higher?
Yeah. Evan Williams is higher.
Evan Williams is higher than 6.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we like Evan
wait.
Williams more than 1.
I think I'm the one that you guys aren't understanding. Yeah, I prefer.
You prefer 1 over
I prefer
the
1 over the Evan
Okay.
Williams.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think you said that backwards.
Yeah,
then.
I think either we are really bad at hearing, or Dylan accidentally just let something slip.
Or we've had way
All right, we
too
need,
much high
or we've had too
bourbon.
much whiskey. We're ready for numbers, Indy.
Yep. So bring us
1.
Do you want?
Bring us-
Do you want the mic, Indy?
How come?
once bring out number 1 and you can announce to us what it
Okay, I
was.
see.
Yeah.
Dang, it's 4 roses. I wish I guessed that. Hey.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Dylan.
4 roses.
Yep.
Single barrel. The proof on that one is
50.
50. So
Yep.
that means that number 3 then is the 52.
Probably.
It's gotta
most
be.
likely.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be.
All right, bring
Second
out
one,
number
please.
2.
Number 2.
It's another 4 roses. Who would have guessed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is it OESK?
This is the high V one.
What?
This is
My favorite.
OESO. What did I say? We need to go back in the recording. What did I say?
What did you
Past selves.
I forget.
Well, let me look at the adjectives. Oh yes, because you said this one's the fruity one.
This
Yep.
is fruity, medium
Yep.
body.
Yep. That's the
that's
one.
kinda
that's
what we
you-
talked about.
And that's
this
what
is
you
the one I
said.
have 2 of.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, but I really wish I had the
The other one.
man. That was probably the Colburn's one then.
Yeah. All right.
This is 60.2. This is the hottest.
That's what?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No.
Barrel number 25 dot 40. Warehouse MW.
Three?
Number
Three
3.
threes.
Sadness. Yes. That was
Yep.
aged.
Yep.
I should say this is aged 10 years and 5 months.
Dylan, you're on the money right now.
Oh, the Four Roses Select, 104 proof, 52% alcohol.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I said I was going the same way, but just to be different, I
We were
kept my
close.
original.
We were close.
Number 4, please.
4 is
That's the old one. Dang it.
So which one is that?
This is
That's the F.
This is the original one that we tried in the bourbon trials.
What?
and that's Zach's favorite.
That's my favorite one. Yeah.
This is my favorite one too,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And number 5
And number 5 is the one I got from Colburn's.
Which is the K.
So back to 4. 4 is 56.9% alcohol, warehouse KE, barrel number 44.
Some an unreadable number.
It's a 1 for sure, but then the second one is either a U or an A
I've never.
or a V.
Wow. I can't quite. Yeah, that's it.
It's one of 3.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, it's all capital. So this is.
Or it could be 0. I mean, even
With
too.
a-
Who knows?
Oh my gosh! Because it's either a cursive.
I want to read it.
It's
There's no
impossible.
way you're
It's
gonna know.
impossible.
You're not gonna know for sure.
I think.
I mean, it could be an A. It could be a V. It could be.
I think it's a V. I
And
can't.
it can't be a lowercase a.
But I mean, it could be.
But,
I don't
but they're
know.
all capital. All the letters are capital.
This one has an A.
Yeah,
On,
it's
this one
either-
has it.
So it's either 44.1U or
Dude,
44.1.
Wait, what's the warehouse on that?
KE.
This number 5 is 58.3% alcohol. Warehouse LE, barrel number 52-1, capital A.
That doesn't help us much.
No, but I'm wondering
If that is an A,
If it's an
'cause it's
A.
the same place
Or
similar
maybe they
place.
were going for a W and they missed the last vertical
Yeah,
stroke.
that's-
I
just
don't
a lot of things. It could
I
be.
mean, I'm
whatever
glad-
that
I'm-
is, get it.
I'm glad they're handwritten, but come on, guys.
Do we have a website that we can post a picture to?
I got Instagram.
I have an Instagram. We should post.
Take a
on
picture. You
Instagram.
take a picture and see if
I'll do it on the bar table when we have all of them.
the people can figure out what that letter is.
Yeah. So that's the oldest one. That's a good one.
That's the one that we all. I mean, you and I agreed that was our favorite,
So that's 4.
and that one's the oldest.
Yeah.
And I can't get it.
Again, and Alex like that the second best.
Yep.
I
would
might
still
have
take
gotten
2.
it for Colburn's too. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
That's like 2 years old though.
No. So that also means it has time to mellow out
It's true.
in a way. But to be honest, I think the flavor wasn't. The reason we liked it wasn't because it was smooth and smooth and mellow.
No.
It was because it just had the best
Yeah.
roundedness.
Yeah.
Had everything you wanted.
That was true bourbon.
Yeah, we said that one was definitive bourbon.
Here's the thing though. I mean, that one is for sure at least $7. The number, excuse me, 2, I believe, which was the high B, was $65.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what
It's only a $5 difference.
I said minimum.
Oh, minimum 70.
I don't
Yeah.
remember what it is.
Right.
The number 5 was, I think, more like $75. And I didn't read off the year statement. The number 4, Alex, you want to read that off on the age statement? It's right next to the recipe number, or it's on the side.
On this side. All right. Recipe is OESF, 10-year, 3-month.
Okay, and number 5 is the OESK. And that's aged 10 years, 5 months. So, I think the takeaway is if it's not more than, I think more than $80, if you can try it before you buy it, try it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the risk, if it's under $80, is not that bad. For
You might
one
like
bottle.
it. We were just talking about last time we recorded. We talked about Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
Yeah.
Those are 70s.
Yeah.
You don't find those as often, probably. Well, I
no,
guess
the Elijah Craigs are more often.
The barrel proofs compared to the
single barrel Four Roses.
The barrel picks for sure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's definitely worth it. I don't know if these, in my opinion, are 70s.
I feel like I like a lot of the
I really like
Elijah
the fourth
Craig's
one. Yeah.
more than I like any of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like those a lot
For
more.
similar price.
But those are also a great value too. Like that's a buy.
And those
You
are those are 12-year.
Yeah, you get those at 70. Like
And
I'm
they're-
glad they're still at 70 because
they're
those could
high proof.
because those could go on the secondary market for like 130 to 150.
I mean, a lot of people have said that they'd buy at least one for 100.
yeah,
And I kind of,
depending on which one. Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah.
if the reviews that I read, if they're high enough,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd buy one for 100. And then if I like it, it'd be tough not to get. I'm like the C919 that we discussed on the last episode is like
can't get that no more.
hindsight's 2020. I would have
Yep,
bought
all of them.
2 to
You
3.
could, yeah. Yeah, I would have. I've been trying to get one online. Can't. Not there
No.
right now, at least.
Yeah.
So like number 4, the OES F. That's a buy for 70. The rest of the barrel picks, no. Single barrel, the regular one. What was that, 50?
45s.
45.
We'll just say that.
Yeah.
I've
okay.
seen them. I've seen them. Not within the last 2 years, but I've seen them as low as 37.
Yeah. So if you get one on sale, yeah, single barrel, regular one. The rest,
I like
I don't
number
think.
2.
I don't think the.
But here's the problem
the value's there.
Here's the problem though is like that single barrel select is $60 to $65, and
Yeah.
that's more available. It's new to Minnesota, so I'm not sure how available
Oh,
it is
even
yet.
the small batch select.
The small batch
Yeah,
select, yes.
yep.
I don't know how available it is yet.
Yep.
If it's a limited release yearly or if it's always, going to be
Yeah.
stocked as regular as possible. But that's $65.
Yeah.
The single barrel selects are all better.
Yeah.
So I mean, for that money, if we're comparing
Them to each
the
other.
entry price of this select,
Mm-hmm.
$65, then I would pay an extra $10 for sure.
Oh yeah.
So-
yeah. If you're intent on getting some Four Roses,
Right.
don't bother.
And that I
with
think
the small
that's
batch
the I think
selects
that's the
if you,
problem.
If you got options.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I think the Elijah Craigs are. I like them a lot, but I think that the problem is like we're comparing apples to oranges almost in the sense it's Elijah Craig.
Almost.
Some people are going to prefer Elijah Craig. Some people are going to prefer Four Roses.
Probably.
I think the thing is if you see a single barrel, you just
Try
ask
it.
them. Ask them if you try it.
Yeah.
So,
Give you a taste.
but yeah.
So that's that's our conclusion is
Yeah. And these guys got some potential. I mean, like, so what do we say about the yeast strain? And then maybe that we didn't get any of the high rye versions.
No, I
They could-
wish I could find
Right.
one.
There could be and probably is even better ones for the
Oh,
same price.
That I don't think that's a
There
without
are.
a shadow of a doubt.
There are ones.
The 100%.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so we're not like bashing on Four Roses value across the board.
We're
It's
just not one to get mini
yeah,
single barrel Four
exactly.
Roses.
So really, just keep in mind what you have, what you see. Hopefully, we've given you some info that you can use to determine a better purchase.
And these are all cast strength.
And
So
looking-
obviously, if like you don't
Yeah, and Four
do cast strength,
is Four Roses owned? Are they owned by Heaven Hill too, or are they their own? thing?
No, they're their own thing, I believe.
Yeah, so they got good potential. I mean, what they're doing. We were just saying how it is kind of weird why they do so many mash bills, but it's for the best. They're trying a whole lot of stuff, and it's all good, if not great.
It's all I think it's all amazing. It's really good. Yeah, that's
Cool. What about you, Alex? Would you get the small batch select for 60? That was number 3.
nope.
Yeah. Would you get
Only ones that I would get would be 2 and 4.
2 and 4?
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Especially after last
even
week when
even
we
if
tried
you
the
could
Elijah
get
Craigs.
even if you could get the regular 50% single barrel for 30, let's say 35. It's on a deep sale. You found it. Would you buy it?
I think for 35 I would.
I would. But
For
I'm
35,
we're talking
you
about Alex's
might.
score right now. Remember?
my
This is
my
Alex's
score is a maybe. It's a solid
maybe.
maybe. It depends on what you have
Yeah.
access to right now.
Yeah.
I could see it. I
could
could see.
see
I
it.
kind of. I mean, my personal palate prefers a little spice. I'm kind of a rye guy.
Of course.
I've determined.
Yep.
But I could see it.
Yep.
I could see it.
Alex's dream bourbon is a high rye, low proof that still tastes good. You know, when someone makes that,
Angel Envy.
Alex will buy your entire stock.
The Angel Envy rye is delicious.
Yep.
It's expensive, but it's delicious.
$80 to $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, is that good.
If these single barrel cask strengths were more readily available, then I don't think you'd ever buy the single barrel select.
Right.
The only reason you buy the single barrel select is because none of these are readily
Are there?
available.
Yeah. It's true.
But
Scarcity versus demand versus interest.
Yep.
yeah, it's just not. It's not in the cards for the single barrel select.
Yep.
But
Well, thank you, Dylan, for letting us try all these.
It was
These are
delicious.
all entirely your collection.
Yeah.
So you have given us great values worth of our night for Alex and I. So thank you again.
Yeah.
And thank you, listeners, for listening to this excellent episode of the Whiskey House Pub House.
We did do a good job. It was excellent, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
it was a good one.
It was. Some would say it's extraordinary.
We don't talk about that anymore.
Close it all down.
I don't,